Hey YouTube, welcome back to our channel. Today we're here to share our coming out story with you guys.
So we're just gonna jump right into it. So I know this might like sound cliche or something, but I've known I was gay ever since I was a little boy. Like been new since my first crush in kindergarten. I've always knew. But I grew up in a Christian like environment. Like all my family members was Christian. They went to church every Sunday. Well, try to at least. And I've always been taught, you know, gay is wrong, it's a sin, and all of that. In elementary and middle school, I never felt like I fitted in with all the other males, cause I mean I knew I was gay and I just didn't fit in with them. It's like was by myself or really talking just with the girls or stuff like that. I don't really have like a lot to my story. It's just like real simple and quick. So like fast forward to Christmas break. It was a Christmas break. We had went home from school, and I just got, well, we was talking about telling our parents at the same time, in January.
Like January 13th.
Yeah, something like that.
2 weeks after we got back.
So I had got off work, and Revis was like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I want to go get something to eat." So I went home and took a shower, and I picked him up, and we went to Buffalo Wild Wings. And we was just talking about it, because it's so funny, because we was like, okay, well, we're going to tell them then and then. And next thing you know, I get a like text from mom saying, we need to talk. So I'm like, what's she talking about? Like, I knew what she was talking about, but I didn't want to believe I knew what she was about to say, because I wanted to tell her, and I didn't want her to ask me. And then I was just like playing stupid. I was just like, what you talking about? What we need to talk about? And it's just like, you know what I'm talking about. We'll talk about it once you get home. So I was like, no, because I'm not going to want to talk about it when you get it. Just tell me now. It's just like, what she said? She said, do you and Revis have something going on? Because she like, every time I leave her, she like, where you going? I'm like, I'm going with Revis, blah, blah, blah. So I knew sooner or later she was going to figure it out. And I was just like, what you mean got something going on? She's like, don't play stupid or something like that. Then I was like, well, just ask me then, because at that point I already knew she wanted to ask me. So she asked me, and I was like, yeah. And she, I don't know, at first she had like, was kind of like, yeah, about it. She was just, well, like the first day, but then after like I told her how I felt and how like I've been holding it in all my life, or, you know, didn't want to tell nobody. And I know she, like, I wouldn't say she's cool with it, but she respects it or something like that, because they text and stuff now. So I guess, see, my story isn't like really dramatic or bad like a lot of people I've seen on YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm thankful for a smooth, you know, what can I say?
Transition
process or whatever. I really just felt as if I needed to tell my parents, and it just spread like that. I really didn't care who found out or knew after that. So that was that. So that's my story. Like I said, it's not that interesting or that sad or anything.
My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
My coming out story was pretty, the first time it was crazy, but the second time I was happy.
You gonna explain both?
Yeah. The first time this when I was in going into my 10th grade year. School had just started, and I was living with my dad, and I was in a previous relationship, and I, like, by bringing that person around, I think my daddy had already kind of assumed or figured it out, but he never said anything until one day I was going to a funeral, and he was like, and I should have knew something was up, because like earlier that morning he was on Facebook and he was like going through all my pictures. Like I had likes on Facebook from him, and something like just told me when I woke up that morning, delete stuff out your phone. Okay, so the day goes and my daddy called me. Later he was like, after the funeral, come straight home. And I was like, but I want to go to the repast. So he was like, but I need you to come straight home. Okay. So I called my mom. I'm like, can you come pick me up from the funeral and take me home? Okay, as soon as I get home, I go in my room, changing out my clothes. My daddy called me to the living room. And it was like, I thought it was just like a casual, like, I need you to cut the grass or set up a haircut appointment or something. But he was like, I gotta ask you something and tell me the truth. He was like, are you gay? I was like, no. I mean, part of me wanted to say yeah, but the first thing came out my mouth was no, because I was scared. I was only 16, I think. So that's when like everything, he was like, give me your phone. And I was like, good thing I had just deleted stuff out of there, but my home screen was a picture of the person that I was with at the time, and I had a lockbox on my phone. So he took my phone, and he still has that. No, I don't think he still has it, but he gave it to my uncle after a while for my uncle to have it. But it was pretty bad. Like, we had a lot of heated words. Then, like, oh, I forgot to say that my mama was like down the street, and he called her back to sit there and I guess listen to me come out, but that's not how it necessarily went. Because I mean, like he said previously, I grew up in my mom and my stepdad were really like in the church. Like my stepdad's a minister, went to church literally every Sunday. If we missed church on a Sunday, it was just because somebody, like, they didn't have church or something was wrong. So that's when, like, we was all sitting in the room. They started asking me questions, and it never came out, but they just kind of figured it out. Because at first I was like, well, me and this person don't date. We just both gay, and we can tell each other like how we feel about being gay. But that was a lie. So fast forward like a month, I had ended up getting an iPod from my sister. I mean, I feel like she knew what I was using the iPod for, but it was like basically communicate, because I didn't have a phone. I couldn't go nowhere. Really, the only place I went was to school and church. And that's like when I started, I guess, to feel depressed. But I didn't know I was depressed, because I mean, I've never been depressed before, so I didn't know how it felt. I was just feeling lonely. Like, only time I was really happy is when I was at school. I never came out of my room. So my sister gave me her iPod, and my dumb ass, I hooked my iMessage to my sister's iPod, and I was texting, but little did I know all my text messages was going straight to the phone that my daddy had. So when he got home one day, he was like, "What a damn iPad it?" And I didn't have an iPad, I had an iPod, so I was like, "I don't have an iPad." He was like, "Yes, you do, because I see all the damn text messages coming to the phone." I was like, "I really don't have an iPad." So we kind of like got to a little tussle or whatever in the living room, and like finally gave up the damn iPad because it was stuck in the couch on side of me, because I wasn't expecting him to come home so soon. So after that, went a few more weeks or another month, still like feeling depressed, not talking to nobody, because like my mom and dad both felt the same way, but my dad was like more of the, like nothing I said or did would change how he felt. So it was his way or no way. Then this come around Thanksgiving time, I had got another phone from my cousin Erin. She gave me her old phone, and I was using that to text. And I remember this like it was yesterday, because like literally I was laying in the bed watching Scandal, texting like I'm just happy again. Like I can. It's not even the fact that I could talk to the person that I was. Just the fact that I just have like a way to talk to anybody. Like I can be on Twitter again. So I go to take a bath, and I ended up taking the phone in the bathroom with me. But I left my underwear in my room, so I set the phone on top of the toilet. As I was coming out of my room, my daddy was like walking past the bathroom to come to my room, and he was he was looking in the bathroom. He saw the phone, so I was like, damn, I'm caught. Like, ain't no sense of lying. I just gave him the phone. He kept that too. He was like, you really playing with me, huh? And I was like, no, I'm not playing with you. I was like, I'm not doing this. But then I think that's like when it got really bad, cause like he signed me up for like a psychiatrist or whatever, and when I started going there. But that's when like my mama, she got like really mad, cause she was like basically telling me like he not going to this shit, like that's for crazy people. And when we got there, the lady was like, we can't necessarily do anything for your child, because they felt as if you were born gay, not that it was a mental illness. So that was a bust. So after that, like, I think we ended up getting into it one more time till like a day or two before Thanksgiving, and he called my mama and he was like, come get him. So I was so happy, like I was ready to leave. So that was pretty much it. Like after that, we didn't really talk much about it. Fast forward to January
of this year.
Yeah, January 2017. Since he had already told his mom, well, she asked him, I still was gonna tell my parents, but I was so scared. Like I didn't know I knew what to say, but because I had already typed out a long message, one for my mom and one for my daddy. And that night I sent the message at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I put my phone on like do not disturb and put it across the room. So when I woke up, I still didn't want to check my phone. But like when I woke up, I had a lot of missed calls from my mom and from my stepdaddy. My stepdaddy was like, call us back, nigga. And my mama, she didn't really say anything. She was like, she knew already. She was just waiting on me, even though she had already found out like 2-3 years ago. But she just waiting on me. She could always tell that I felt uncomfortable and that I didn't necessarily want to be around them. And she could just always tell I was gay, but she didn't care because, she was gonna still love me the same. Like, my thing was I never necessarily needed them to accept my lifestyle. I just wanted them to respect me and my decisions. So my daddy, he had basically the same reaction as the first time, but we had some words. But I feel like, now it's whatever. Like I said, I don't necessarily need your acceptance. I just demand the respect that I'm going to get. And it's like now, mostly everybody in my family know about me and JoJo.
Yeah, and the same thing in my family. Like they always asking about him, or he been to one of my family events, because we really don't have events like that.
Like we always hang out with my cousin. Like
yeah.
my niece don't like him.
His nephew do though.
My mama be asking about him. My grandma always, she called me the other day and she was like, I need you come to Hammond. I'm like, how am I gonna get to Hammond? She was like, JoJo got a call. Like JoJo is busy doing school stuff. So yeah, my coming out story was pretty
long.
Yeah, it was long, but it was pretty bad. Like, I guess the fact that I felt like I was depressed for.
Oh, and the thing about mine, I was going to tell my dad the same day, but he sent a picture to my mom's like, what is this? And she sent it to me, because Revis posted
It was a picture.
It was a picture of me kissing his cheek, or him kissing my cheek, and somebody took a picture of it and sent it to him. Like, I was gonna tell him that day anyway, but I guess they beat me to it. So, but he never really said anything bad, but he just said, you know, it's your life, you gotta live it how you want to live it, and it's your life, like I said. So that's pretty much it for our coming out story. Like I said, we're gonna try to keep a set schedule, like a consistent schedule of us posting our videos.
Thank y'all for watching. Please share, subscribe, and like to our YouTube channel, and please tell your friends and family about this.